Hello, I'm Brian Byrne of Irish Car, and this is my review of the latest Skoda Octavia. Probably not many listeners will remember when Skoda Octavias were assembled in Cork. That was back in the 1960s when O'Shea of Cork was also an assembler of Opel cars here, competing in that franchise with the Dublin-based Reg Armstrong Motors. For the Octavia, O'Shea was one of only 4 assemblers globally, the others being in the Skoda brand's home country of Czechoslovakia and in New Zealand and Chile. That particular Octavia finished production in 1971 and motor assembly in Ireland ended in 1984, exactly 50 years after that industry had been kick-started by the then Minister for Industry and Commerce, Sean Lemass, later to be Taoiseach of this country. All of which has little to do with the Octavia subject for this review, but some historical reminiscence can be helpful for modern context. The current Octavia is in its 4th generation since the nameplate was resurrected in 1996 when Skoda had come into partial ownership of Volkswagen, a process completed 4 years later. The model quickly became a favourite in Ireland, and last year was Ireland's 2nd best-selling car, largely responsible for lifting the Skoda brand to overall 3rd place here. That's some achievement for a family hatchback in this era of SUV super trending. Part of the success is maybe due to a fairly conservative styling which would appeal to the beyond Dublin buyer cohort responsible for more than half of the model's sales in Ireland. The same buyers also making a statement, with 2/3 of them opting for diesel engines, substantially bucking the overall current trend. My review car was the facelift for the Mark IV model and arrived in Ireland during 2024. A bit of sharpening at the front end, including a new grille, bringing the car up to date with the family style. Changes to the lights, front and rear, and to the bumpers have all done their bit to refresh. The profile and character lines are as before, but a new take on the alloy wheels offers a change here. The Sportline pack provided a lowered sport suspension and also some black trim detailing, including on the grille. In size, as has been a characteristic, Octavia is at the top end of the compact family car segment with interior roominess that's probably responsible for maintaining the liftback saloon's popularity against the SUV onslaught. From my perspective inside, there are improved graphics for driving information. Not showy, but offering that information in a straightforward and clear way. The centre screen is quite large and includes the temperature and seat heat controls on a permanent strip at the bottom, thankfully staying there when hooked up to CarPlay. There's an annoying physical stroker control for radio volume, and below it a set of piano-style keys for quick operation of defrost, hazard, door lock and a couple of other functions. It's a decently laid out place for the driver to be, and I felt at ease from the word go. The review car's interior colour scheme was grey and black, probably the most practical for a true family car, and that extra legroom which Octavias have makes the rear seats a good place to be for even well-grown teenagers. The lift-back boot is a cargo swallower. The powertrain this time was a 150 horsepower 1.5 turbo petrol, managed through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. With mild hybrid tech to help economy, it's also peppy enough at an 8.5-second sprint capability, achieving that smoothly with the now well-established Autobox. The suspension is tagged Sport, but isn't in any way as hard as the designation used to mean in previous decades, so there's a good balance of handling and ride. There's an RS version for the midlifer petrolhead, but this one is absolutely aimed at next-door Sean and Sheena, trying to accommodate their growing family's practical needs for both commuter and leisure transport. There's a Combi estate version, although only 15% of buyers in Ireland opt for it. There's all the expected driver assist tech. My car had the Matrix LED headlight system, which still entertains in night driving as you watch it adapt in almost infinite ways to the ambient lighting conditions and oncoming headlights. Summing up, There's nothing spectacularly standout about the Octavia. It is, and does, just what it's supposed to be and do. And therein lies the recipe for the success that it is. Price from $43,500. My review car, $44,724. I'm Byrne. Thank you for listening.